Ferrari caught cheating? The new 2023 season is upon us. With the Bahrain testing coming up this weekend, the cars are already on the track. There are some very interesting designs, but one of them caught the public eye. Concerning the aerodynamic efficiency of the 2023 Scuderia Ferrari car and the search for more aerodynamic load, the SF23 is a Ferrari innovation that stands out. The Maranello team has added vertical air intakes under the side pods, similar to the old 5 ducts on the noses, but have been removed from this new generation of cars. This change caught the FIA's eye, and even some of the rival teams on the grid had something to say about it. Sit back and relax, and let's get on with the video. In essence, the side pods are like aspirators, but they are only used for aerodynamics. They connect two open parts of the bodywork, the inlet, which has a high pressure, and the outlet, which needs the pressure to speed up the flow. This solution was first reported by the Italian media a few weeks ago. Now, qualified sources in Maranello have confirmed it for Formula 1A.1. In the case of Ferrari, which is unique and different, the entrance is in the inside part of the undercut, right next to the chassis. A high-pressure area still inside the volume of the chassis, but not limited by strict geometric rules, brings air to the top of the side pods of the SF23, which is now called the goldfish tank, because that's what the technical office at Maranello calls it since the 2022 F1 season began. It is no accident that the outlet is right next to the slots for the hot air vents, which are powered by the heat exchange between the liquids inside the car and the air outside. Hot air is usually very slow and has little energy, so it should at least ideally be sped up. Well, this is exactly what the new 5 duct on the SF23 car is meant to do. Speed up the air moving toward the lower part of the rear wing and the beam wing, which makes the aerodynamic load at the back go up. Ferrari is sure that the solution is legal and thinks that it will be hard to copy on other cars because a lot of work needs to be done on the chassis and cooling design, which are hard to change in the middle of a season, especially in this budget cap era. Last summer, when it became clear that Red Bull and Max Verstappen were gaining a nearly unbeatable lead in the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship with Formula 1, Ferrari went full steam ahead with the design of the SF23. Formula 1's report also says that because of this, upgrades that could have been made to the car in 2022 will now be made to their car in 2023. The FIA has told Ferrari that teams have asked for more information about the 5 duct. During a season when the teams will ask for a lot of clarifications, this is something that the FIA's technical team does all the time. It looks like the press wasn't the only one to notice Ferrari's new integrated solution. The teams are very interested in what the FIA says, not just because they want to know if it's legal, but also because they want to know a few more details, as much as the federation can say. That will help them figure out how to solve the problem. During last season's tests, for example, people talked about how they had to stay true to the spirit of the new rule. However, contradictory solutions were found within that boundary, which made some technicians upset. For example, the Mercedes W13's nose cone with its mounted parts was at the center of a lot of talk, but it was never officially contested. Ferrari is sure that the choices made for the SF23 car are completely legal. Even so, there were a lot of solutions that went against the spirit of the rules, which got the attention of some technicians. One example is the Mercedes W13's attachments, which caused a lot of talk but were never officially contested. A Ferrari technician commented, "We will have 2 or 3 very interesting solutions on the SF23, a couple more hidden as the car gets rolled out, and pre-season testing will be a chance for the Scuderia to run what they have been working on over winter." Frederick Vasseur is very happy that production on the 2023 Challenger has ended in Maranello, and it seems like he has a lot of hopes for the upcoming season. But he did say that the most important thing the team needs to improve is the reliability of the engine. He also said that if the team didn't fix these problems in the last period, they would have a hard time figuring out how to beat Verstappen and Red Bull. If you don't have the reliability, then you're not able to do these 3 days, and then you start on the wrong foot. We have done the mileage we needed to do on the dyno, and we are all optimistic, but only Bahrain will tell us where we are in terms of engine performance. So far, it is okay. The mood in Ferrari is also good right now. Leclerc praised Vasseur's integration into the team, even though the Monaco driver has been said to leave Ferrari after the 2024 season if they don't give him a championship-winning car. Ferrari has decided to try solutions that are a little different from the F175 because they know they can't just rely on more time in the wind tunnel and the new energy that Vasseur's arrival has brought to the team. As is always the case in Formula One, they will also be looking at their competitors to see if there are any design innovations they may have missed or want to use in their own cars in the future. However, the SF23's ability to run reliably for all 3 days in Bahrain starting Thursday will be key to their first plans. At their home track, Fiorano, the Italian team got their first real taste of the track. Their first aerodynamic setup was surprising. Even though the change wasn't a big deal, it was interesting that Leclerc was the first driver to use a medium-load wing with a 2022 specification on the new Ferrari machine. Then this specification was used a lot on the F175, even though the tracks were very different from Fiorano and needed more than a medium-high load. At shakedowns, it's normal to use things that are heavily loaded. There are two possible events. Ferrari might have a high-load wing for Sakir that they didn't want to show, so they went with the old Bahrain specification. The SF23 could also use wings that can carry less weight. The pre-season tests and the first race in Bahrain will show if the SF23 can move more air to the back of the car while carrying less weight. That would be a good thing, but it should be made clear that it would be odd for Bahrain to use the same specifications. The Bahrain track is definitely rear limited, which means that the back needs to be as solid as possible. It would make more sense to use this different front wing at Jeddah, where last year's F175 used a heavier wing and paid the price for its DRS system not working as well as Red Bull's. In any case, Ferrari just got to Bahrain, where they will test and try to confirm their long-awaited correlation, which is checked every time a car goes out on the track. Even though several competitors are said to have talked to the FIA, Ferrari doesn't have to worry right away. Teams often go to the governing body, especially during pre-season, to find out more about what other teams are doing or how they are doing something. It helps teams figure out if the idea used by the competition is something they might be interested in, and it also gives the team at the center of the question a bit of a headache. No matter what, we will get to see the 5-duct idea in all its glory, at least during pre-season testing. It's clear that controversies have always been a part of motorsport, and Ferrari is no stranger to them. While the 5-duct was ultimately deemed legal, it sparked a heated debate among fans and teams alike. Despite the controversy, Ferrari remains a top team with a storied history in the sport. With the 2023 season on the horizon, Ferrari fans will be hoping to see their team make a comeback and contend for the championship once again. And now that Red Bull can't make any more mistakes because they broke the budget cap, and Mercedes is trying to get back on top with 2 designs for the W14, Ferrari has come into the game with new ideas, which is perfect for the legendary team. What do you think about Ferrari's new 5-duct design? Could it give them the advantage and push they need to beat Red Bull this season? Or we could see yet again the dominance of the Austrian team? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching this video.